Converting leads. All right, I'm going to go quick on this, but every time I meet even senior realtors, they all claim, oh no, I got talking to people down pat. If I can get them on the phone, I got it down pat. But then when I role play with them to see what it's like, they don't obtain critical information. So I'm just going to go over the critical information bits you want to obtain when you're talking to a potential lead. But first of all, number one rule, and this cannot be underestimated. Your strategy for getting back to leads needs to be so that you get back in under 5 minutes. If you miss the importance of this and you're calling them even 30 minutes later, you're wasting the value of your hard-earned leads. So keep that in mind. And here's the thing. First of all, you got to know the objective of the conversation you're having with the lead. A lot of people don't know exactly where the ball is. If you're just quickly on this, if your phone rings and somebody says, hi, I'm Bob, you don't know them, and I want to see that home across the street, and you drop what you're doing, you run across and show them the home, you need to direct message me, and we need to talk about that. But I'm going to assume you're at the stage where you want to work with clients, not people that aren't obligated to work with you. So what's the objective of the conversation? And here's the basic information you want to be obtaining. First of all, make sure you start off by introducing yourself and telling them exactly why they're calling. And if they're a lead, I mean, you filled out your information on your site, you're looking for a home in this area, tell them why you're calling them. Don't say, hi, how are you today? Because they're going to say, who is this? I'm really busy. And it's going to start off bad. So make sure you introduce yourself. Here's the information. Determine if they have a house to sell, where they're living now, and if they own or rent, where they're moving to, when they want to move, why they want to move. If they have a realtor helping them already, do they have a pre-approved mortgage or not? I know we've all been out there. Okay, we've been killing ourselves, find them a home, and then they can't afford to buy it, or they have to include conditions for pre-approval, that kind of thing. Buy first or sell first. You got to know this to know what offer you're going to make them, and make sure you don't take their search criteria over the phone. That's a meeting. And you offer them a free opinion of value. Yeah, make sure you ask them what they think their home is worth, because at the end of the day, if they're smoking crack and they think it's worth double what it is, maybe you don't even want to go. So response time is critical. The challenge with response time is if you're going to do it yourself, and you can, that's the way I did it when I was starting. I didn't matter what I was doing. I stopped and I'd take the call because I had to. I either take it live or I would react within 5 minutes to the lead. Now, there is a couple of different ways. People are going to talk about agencies you can get involved in that answer the calls for you and everything. I mean, it's a possibility. I don't like it. It's less likely to succeed. I'm familiar with a lot of them and a lot of different strategies. If you want to have a longer conversation about, I can get somebody to work in the Philippines for $3 an hour, I can talk to you. That's great, maybe as a graphic designer, but when it comes to answering and responding to your leads, in my opinion, not such a great idea. Clearly, as it's done on my team, we hire staff for the sole purpose of responding to working 7 days a week, night and day. Here's the bottom line: local knowledge. They do things the way you want, more dependable, longer term, they'll stay with you for a long time, easier to supervise. And as you grow, you have a built-in trainer. So if there is turnover in your department, you're probably not going to have to train the next person because you've already trained one and they can take on the training role.